Now on to Israel. Israel's army pressed on Sunday with its campaign in southern Gaza to destroy Hamas as prospects dimmed for a ceasefire in more than 4-month-old war. Israel has concentrated its military operations in Khan Yunis, the hometown of Hamas Gaza leader Yahya Sinwar, whom it accuses of masterminding the October 7th attack. Israel's top ally US signaled it would veto the latest push for a UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire. Now, Washington favors a temporary truce and hostage release deal, and mediator Qatar acknowledged that separate ceasefire talks had also hit an impasse after Netanyahu rejected some Hamas demands as baseless. The Israeli Prime Minister has rejected calls to spare Rafah, arguing that failing to launch the operation would mean to lose the war. The Israeli military says that it is working to move civilians from the area to minimize casualties. And Israel's government unanimously adopted a declaration rejected the recognition of a Palestinian state. Netanyahu said, and I quote here, "After the terrible massacre of October 7th, there can be no greater reward for terrorism than that, and it will prevent any future peace settlement." Brazilian president accused Israel of committing genocide in Gaza and compared its actions to Adolf Hitler's campaign to exterminate Jews. The comments that sparked a strong Israeli protest, and Netanyahu accused him of having disgraced the memory of 6 million Jews who were murdered by the Nazis and demonized the Jewish state like the most anti-Israel. He said that Brazilian leader should be ashamed of himself and that his government had called in the ambassador in the protest. Hamas, however, praised Lula, saying that his remarks were an accurate description of what the people in Gaza are facing.
Today, the president of Brazil, by comparing Israel's war in Gaza against Hamas, a genocidal terrorist organization, to the Holocaust, President Silva has disgraced the memory of 6 million Jews murdered by the Nazis, and he's demonized the Jewish state like the most virulent anti-Semite. He should be ashamed of himself.
In the latest violence in West Bank, 2 Palestinian men, including a member of an armed group, were killed on Sunday in an Israeli raid, while a third was shot at a checkpoint. EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell described the situation as being at boiling point and warned that we could be on the eve of a greater explosion. The Pentagon stated that US forces in the Red Sea successfully conducted 5 self-defense strikes to foil attacks by land and sea from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. And as per US Central Command, the strikes included targeting the first observed Houthi employment of an unmanned underwater vessel since attacks began in October. And another of the 5 involved, an unmanned surface vessel, essentially a floating drone. Now, the use of such vessels has been comparatively rare, and Israeli Anastasia Gorbenko shrugged off boos from the crowd at the World Swimming Championship in Doha on Sunday, and she took silver in the 400-meter freestyle, but the crowd in Qatar whistled when she went up to collect her medal and before in the post-race poolside interview.